Now in this video, we are going to learn the formula method of solving quadratic equation. Now, what's the formula method of solving quadratic equation? In video 3, we learned completing the square method. So now let's say from general form of quadratic, ax squared plus bs plus c equals 0. So now this is the general form of quadratic. From here we can use completing the square method and get the formula method. Now to use completing the square, we are using the same approach we used then. The first thing is what? I'll take this one to the other side. So the same approach we use in completing the square. You can check the video 3 again. Now if this plus should cross here, it will become minus. So we are using completing the square. So now there is coefficient here. That means you will divide through by a. So we have as squared divided by a plus bs divided by a equals minus c divided by a. If you look at this step I'm taking here, it's the same thing as your completing the square method, so that a will cancel out a. So we have s squared plus b over as equals minus c over a. Now if you look at this side, it is uncompleted, then you will multiply. So I'm doing it this way because in video 3 we've already learned completing the square method, and this method I'm using here is still completing the square. So you can go back to video 3 and understand the procedure, but I'm using completing the square like this. So now a squared plus b over as plus, remember I said anything you have here, you multiply it by half, then you square it. So is equals to minus c over a plus, I said you add the same thing to both sides. That will be plus b over a times 1 over 2 square. Now if you understand the completing the square method very well, you will see this is just the same procedure. Please watch the video 3 again if you don't know completing the square. Now plus b over as plus b over 2a square, that is b times 1 b, then a times 2a equals minus c over a plus b over 2a square. Now next step, I said focus on this one, that is x, plus this one b over 2a everything square is equals to minus c over a plus b square over 4a square, as in b square and 2a square will give us 4a square. Now this will becomes s plus b over 2a square is equals to LCM 4a square. Now a in 4a square, that's 4a times c minus 4ac plus b square, that is 4a square in 4a square, 1 times b square is b square. So you can use the completing the square question we have with numbers, use it to trace what I'm doing. You will see it's the same procedure, just that this one is alphabet throughout. Please confirm. Now this will be s plus b over 2a square. No, I can say b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square, meaning I can write b square first then minus 4ac. Just rearrange. S plus b over 2a is equals to plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 4a square. So because if we remove this square, it will turn to square roots. So now you will need to take this one to the other side, as in you take this one to the other side. So but here I can find square root of 4a square, and that is 2a. So that means my next step is x plus, so let me bring this one and bring it up. So that I can continue from there. Now this becomes s plus b over 2a equals plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, everything over 2a, as in 4a square becomes 2a. Now take that one to the other side. So s is minus b over 2a plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, everything over 2a. So s LCM here is 2a. So that is this and this. So LCM is 2a. So I'll have minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, everything over 2a. Now this is what we call the quadratic formula. Now that is a quadratic formula. So this is what we'll be using now. S is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So we got that from completing the square method. So let's see how we can now use it to solve question. So how we can use completing the square method and formula method now to solve. So from as square plus bs plus c is equals to 0. So we have seen that s is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, everything over 2a. So we've shown this now. This is quadratic formula. So example. So let's solve question now using the quadratic formula. Solve s square plus 5s plus 6 equals 0. Now to solve this, what is the coefficient of s square here? 1. But we don't need to be writing 1. So to solve quadratic, if you compare with as square plus bs plus c equals to 0, you will notice if I put the 1 here, coefficient, that means a is 1, b is 5, c is 6. So just compare it one by one. That means in this case a is equals to 1, b is equals to 5, c is equals to 6. That means if you can identify your a, b and c, now you can use the formula direct. So x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac everything over 2a. So x will be equals to, that means anywhere you see a, put 1, anywhere you see b, put 5, anywhere you see c, put 6. That means x is minus 5. Why? Because b is 5 and we have minus b. So anywhere I see b, I'll put 5. That is minus b plus or minus square root of b square. What's your b? B is 5. That is b square. Then minus, put it in bracket. Then 4a. What's a? A is 1. Everything is just substitution now. 4ac. What is c? C is 6. So just substitute the alphabet. That's all. Everything now over 2a. So what is a? A is 1. Just like that. So I hope you get the substitution. So anywhere you see in this formula now, anywhere you see a, put 1, anywhere you see b, put 5, anywhere you see c, put 6. That's what we did to get this step. So the rest now is to press calculator. Now press your calculator. S is equals to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared, that is 25, minus 24. That is 4 times 1, 4 times 6, 24. Meaning 5 square is 25. Then 4 times 1, 4 times 6, 24. So that's how you do it. So multiply everything over 2. That is 2 times 1, 2. So x is equals to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 1 over 2. 25 minus 24 is 1. So s is equals to minus 5 plus or minus, what's square root of 1? That is 1 divided by 2. So s is equals to minus 5 plus 1 divided by 2, or s is equals to minus 5 minus 1 divided by 2. Why? We split this one to plus or minus. So that's the 2. So s is equals to minus 5 plus 1. You can add it. That will be minus 4 over 2. Or s is equals to minus 6 over 2. Because we have minus 5 minus 1. That is minus 6. So x is equals to minus 2, or s is equals to minus 3. Answer. So that means this is how we can use the formula method. From here, everything we are doing is just to press calculator to other steps. So that means formula is easy if you can substitute the values. Now let's see another question. Solve 2x squared equals to 0. Now if you compare this with ax squared, so if you compare now, a is equals to 2. That means this a is 2. The first number is here is a. So if there is no number here, it means it's 1. That means a will be 1. But if we have number there like this, so a is 2. Then b is equals to, but take note of sign now. Do you see? That means b is minus 5. Take note of the sign. So watch out for the sign. B is minus 5. C is 3, as in the last number. So x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac everything over 2a. So we need to know the formula of an. Now anywhere you see a, put 2. Anywhere you see b, put minus 5. Anywhere you see c, put 3. So that means x minus. Now what is your b? You will notice your b is minus 5. That means you will have bracket minus 5. That is, b is minus 5. This minus here is still the minus here, but this b is minus 5. That is the minus 5 here. So that means you have double minus. Now take note. So plus or minus square root of b square again, minus 5 square, then minus 4, this 4, then a. What's a? A is 2, as in this. 4ac. What's c? C is 3. And as 4ac, everything over 2a. So, but what is a? 2 brackets 2, as in a. So that means this will becomes s is equals to 5 plus or minus square root of how, because minus times minus is plus. That will be 5 plus or minus, now minus 5 square. The minus will not reflect because minus times minus is plus. So minus 5 square is 25. Then minus again 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, 24. That means this will be minus 24 divided by 2 times 2, 4. So x is equals to 5 plus or minus square root of 1 divided by 4. So x is equals to 5 plus or minus 1 over 4. So s is 5 plus 1 over 4, or s is equals to 5 minus 1 over 4. So s is equals to 6 over 4, or s is equals to 4 over 4. So s is 3 over 2, or s is equals to 1. That is 2 here, 2, 2 here, 3. So that is how God is. Now this is another one. That is the answer. So you notice in formula method, you will need to know a, you will know b, and you will know c. Anywhere you see a, b and c here, substitute the value. So minus b, and we already know our b is minus 5. So minus b plus or minus square root of b squared, that is minus 5 squared, then minus 4ac over 2a. Then after that you press calculator. So that's it. Now let's see another example. Solve 3x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. So here a is what? A is 3, as in the first number is a. So if no number is there, a will be 1. Meaning if this 3 is not there, that means the coefficient will be 1. That means a will be 1. But here we have 3, so a is 3, the first number. B is 4, as in the second number. And c is minus 5. Please take note of sign. So c is minus 5. So if you watch all the examples, see how I write a, b, c, in case you want to try your own. So now s is what? Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So s is equals to minus, now substitute, what is b? 4. That will be minus 4 plus or minus, so b square, that will be 4 square minus 4, a is 3, then c, that is minus 5, everything over 2a. So what we did now is that all the values, we put it inside this place. So since c is minus 5, so you write minus 5. Please take note of how we substitute. So x is equals to minus 4 plus or minus square root of 4 square, 16, then plus y plus the minus here times the minus here, minus times minus plus. So that will be plus. Now 4 times 3, 12, 12 times 5, 60, divided by 6, that is 2 times 3, 6. S is equals to minus 4 plus or minus square root of, now 60 plus 16, so that will be, you can add 16 plus 60, that will give us 76. That means 76 divided by 6. So S is equals to minus 4 plus or minus, so what is square root of 76? That is 8.718 approximately divided by 6. Now plus or minus, split it. Minus 4 plus 8.718 divided by 6, or minus 4 minus 8.718 divided by 6. Therefore x is, so minus 4 plus 8.718, so that will be 4.718 divided by 6, or s is equals to minus 12.718 minus 12.718 divided by 6. Now if you divide, that will be 4.718 divided by 6, so that will be 0.786, or s is equals to minus, so if you divide 12.718, if you divide it by 6, so you should get minus 1196, so I can say 1120 anyhow. So that means that is the answer. So that means you can also get decimal. So in factorization, any number you cannot get the product and sum, that means you can't solve with factorization. You have to use either completing the square or formula method. Now this is formula method of solving quadratic equation. You only need to know A, to know B, and to know C from your question. Then you put it in this formula. So if you substitute, then everything is there. So our A is 3, that's it. B is 4, that's it. C is the third one, that is minus 5. Please take note of that substitution, is important. Also, if B is 4, put it in the formula. Yeah, B is 4, that will be B square again, that is 4 square minus 4A, so that is A is 3. Then C is minus 5. So everything now is substitution. Then you press calculator. 4 square is 16. Minus times minus is plus. 4 times 3 is 12 times 5 60, as in like that. So trace it. Everything is calculator work. So try this now. Solve x square plus 5s minus 6 equals 0. 1, 2, 4s square minus 3s minus 2 equals 0. So try it after washing.